They know us now. We hold it down. Drop a 10, drop a 10, drop a 10 podcast. Drop a 10, drop a 10, drop a 10 podcast. We hold it down. They know us now.
Welcome. Hey, hi family. Did you miss us? Welcome to another episode of the Jabba Tears podcast. As always, I'm Janelle from HR here with Sir Wilkins and Mr. Black. You have the trio. We are back. Our city is champions, as Mr. Black has on the fine.
Soon to be champion of Ashe. My boy, Big Time Yaya. He won the Battle Royal, one of the greatest Battle Royal. I'm sorry, the greatest Battle Royal in indie history. Shout out to my son, Big Time Yaya. You have to understand, all supporters champions. All supporters the grind. I've been there since the beginning. He was Battle Club champion, many champion across the indies. Now, a new promotion that's biased for us, soon to be the face of that too.
Yeah, shout out to Ashe Wrestling. They just had their show last weekend. Where, as Mr. Black mentioned, Yaya won the Battle Royal, so he is entitled to a title shot against I believe, the new champion, Suge D. Suge, I think, took the belt off of Khan, if I'm not mistaken.
Suge won the title?
Yeah.
That's like Sami Zayn winning the title.
Well, we're gonna get into that in a minute.
Nigga, that's like Sami Zayn winning the title. Suge won the title? Holy shit!
He's 2-time champ now. He's not like Sami Zayn.
Nigga, I like Suge. I just didn't think that was happening again.
I'm fucking screaming. But before we do jump into some wrestling, because we know that is really what
nigga Suge won the title.
Talking about, I hate you. Shout out to Lafayette, Indiana, in the building. I hate Wilkins so much. Shut up. Shout out to everyone that is jumping on the live feed right now. We miss you guys. If you have any questions, you want us to talk about
won the title?
Shut the fuck up. You want us to talk about anything, please put it in the chat, or we will get to it. I promise you. But before we do get to that, since it has been some time, what is one new thing you want to share about what's been new in your life, what you've been up to since we have not recorded in some time? What's one new thing about you? What's something you've done or anything? Let's catch up for like 2.5.
Yes, Suge
won the title.
I think Suge won the title, B.
Okay, but besides that, Sir Wilkins, what is something you've done in the recent months? What's something you may want to just talk about for real quick? Something you've watched, something you've done.
I saw the new Scary Movie.
Oh, so how was it?
It was Scary Movie. It's what you expected from a Scary Movie.
Okay.
And I was, you know what? I enjoyed it. It was good for what it was.
Okay, so you just take it for face value. Okay, Mr. Black, what's one new thing? What's something you've done? What do you want to tell us? What's up?
I did a lot of things in last year. A lot.
Okay, I'm asking for one.
Dang. Hold up. Let me cook how I cook. All right. Let me cook how I cook.
Oh, somebody was saying that.
Dang, son. What have I haven't done this year?
Oh Lord.
You know what? I let the audience into my business. You know what? Your boy finally got his own place. No more roommates. He's all by himself. So if I work around naked, I could.
Girl, you feel me? Just not on the live.
So like how that not my brother. Like it's crazy. I don't say shit about him when he does all his rants, butt ass naked in the toilet. I don't say shit.
I owe actually, brother. When he took that picture, that remake of Shawn Michaels for his birthday, please, best believe I said, why are you naked? So don't act, he gets the same energy, okay? I promise you.
What else I did? Got my own place. It's official, no more roommates,
Where do you live now?
Chill. Chill. All right? All right?
Is it in the 5 boroughs? Is it a different state?
Well, like you're not gonna know exactly where I live because that's
nobody's asking for the exact address.
Because I live in Jersey, y'all. Live in Jersey. You understand? I'm like
City.
I'm like how that you call me Eric Adams for that, you know,
Now
Eric Adams.
you're
You
taking it
feel
too
me?
far. Now you're gone too far. This nigga compared himself to Eric Adams is
Where
crazy
your
word.
haters become your waiters.
There's a
Is that
difference. There's a difference.
is that
There's a difference between me and Eric Adams. My people will never go down for bullshit. So every last one of these people's going
Yo,
down as
everybody
indicted.
went down.
Everyone
Boom,
going
boom,
down.
boom, boom. That is
So
very true.
I would never do that to my people. That's the only difference between me and Eric Adams. And Eric Adams actually would do my job. You know what else? What else? You know what? I give niggas a bonus, yo. You know, just for everybody who want to change career midway. You know, I decided to pursue my career in nursing. You know,
Congrats.
congratulations?
when y'all
Congrats.
when y'all niggas see me in the hospital, please address me as such, Nurse Black. You feel me?
Okay. This nigga said, who the fuck is walking into the hospital? It's gonna be like, what's up, what's up, Black? Like,
Did I ever tell you that story about when he was in the hospital and then I used to mess with a nurse?
no, you didn't. You missed that.
Oh,
You was messing with his nurse.
so years ago, when like thank God he's well. When Yardley had his
Dang, son, send my whole government, nigga. The
Everybody
fuck?
knows who you are. Relax.
everybody knows your name. When he
Nobody's
had his TTP attack on his body, and then it's beautiful that he's better now.
Yes.
So I pull up to the hospital. I run up because my mom was there during the day. I was spending the night at the hospital with him. So I arrived and I was like, oh man, hey, how are you? My name is Wilkins Petit, whatever, blah blah blah.
Oh, okay.
And then the nurse is like, Wilkins, I know who you are. I said,
Whoa.
What? Like, who are you? She's like, oh, so you don't remember me, do you?
Whoa. You had one of those? Wow.
And then I was like, huh? And I'm looking at her like, who are you?
You?
Like, she's like, interesting. So then I'm sitting in the room
Your
and I was
brother's
like,
whole nurse, bro. Like,
I'm sitting in the room. I was like, "Do-do-do-do-do." I was like, oh, it's her. He's like, what happened? And I told the story. He's like, yo, what if she kills me, son?
that's what I'm saying. Like, look, thank God she didn't. He's here in the flesh, but like, come on.
He's like, why did she put some random drugs in my
And I could have put an air bubble in his IV. The fuck is
and like
wrong with you?
in the IV? So I was like, oh yeah. I was like, oh man, I was a horrible person in my early 20s.
He said I wasn't valid back then. I was oof.
What was I
All
about to
right.
Yeah.
say?
So for me, and then we'll jump right into some wrestling talk because it looks like everybody has some things they want to discuss. One cool thing, I went to Italy for the first time.
That's what's up.
I did a girls trip Memorial Day weekend with I went international with my best
Lesbian.
friend of over 25 years.
Where'd you guys go?
So we first of all, our trip actually started off real rocky. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. So what ended up happening was most people know, I travel, but those that know me know I hate to fly. I'm not a good I'm not a good flyer. So I always take a gummy when I fly. So we all link up at the airport because I was coming from New York. We actually flew out of Boston because it was cheaper and it was the direct flight to.
How did you get to Boston?
I took the bus. There's actually like I don't want to say the China bus, but there's a bus that left out of in Flushing, and it was only like a 3-hour bus ride up to Boston. So I was actually the first to arrive in Boston. It was weird. The girls took Amtrak up because they now live in DC. So we linked up in Boston. Got
I
through
think that's
airport
so disgusting.
security. What? Yeah, I do. I'm sorry. Hate it. So we all link up at the airport. We're at Shake Shack. We're getting food because you never know in international flights. You never know if the food gonna hit or miss. So you always just got to be prepared with your own shit. So we bounce aboard. They calling. They making the announcement. We walk into the gate. I take the gummy because I'm like, all right. By the time I got it all timed out. So not knowing for weeks, I kept asking Joy. I was like, "Yo, where's your seat? Like, I paid for my seat. Where y'all sitting at?" Not knowing. So her cousin Jenny. So shout out to Jenny. She was doing an internship at a Michelin star restaurant in Modena, Italy. So that's where we stayed.
Oh, niggas is
So
fancy.
we
A
were
Michelin
so
star in Italy? B?
so
It's like
she
the episode of The Bear. Do you guys watch The Bear?
I know what you're talking about. Don't really watch it, but I know what you're talking about. So
I
I love
watching
that shit.
him. I stopped
but
watching him.
but
I
yes, no,
love
it's
that shit.
very similar to that where he's a well-known chef, so she got the internship through the culinary program she did in Spain first. So we were visiting, not only visiting her, but we were kind of like bringing her back to the States because her internship was ending.
Mm.
So it was all a celebration type of situation. But long story short, we get to Boston. The girl, so her cousin's cousin works for JetBlue. So I'm sitting here thinking the girls got friends and family discount flights. No, these hoes was flying standby. And I was just like, what are you talking about? So they call the girls to the podium and they're like, there's only one seat left. It's three of
Mm.
them. It's three of them. Like, I have my seat. I don't play about that. There's only one seat left. So now my best friend is like hysterical because she don't want to leave her wife, because that's the whole situation. And then we trying to figure. Then they about to close the door on us because we got seats on the flight. Because so me and Joy ended up flying to Italy
Mm-hmm.
together. And then so as we were in flight, I said, "No, I got you, sis. I'm gonna find a flight for her. Don't worry." I ended up because of shout out to once again WWE and wrestling. They were in Bologna. I remember that Bologna was only a half hour from where we were staying at. So I ended up finding them a flight to Bologna the next day. So we had to switch everything around, but we went to Venice. So I did the gondola. Um, we went to two islands in Venice, and then me and the girls went to Florence, and I got to see real leather, how real leather is made. I also had got me and Michael like leather covered journals and got our names like engraved and all that shit. It was a really dope experience. Italy is definitely should be on everyone's list. It's beautiful. The language barrier is a little difficult, I will say.
Why use
Cause
Google?
no, we did, but it's just like when you ordering stuff or when you trying to like communicate to somebody, you can't just like yo Google real like it's difficult. So like Florence, I would definitely say it's definitely more English, but the town we were staying at, it was a struggle. So, but all in all, we had a great time. It was a really good trip. I'm glad we did that. So yeah, that's been my kind of like small little update. But all right, let's talk into some wrestling. So before we did get on live, I did ask the guys if they did watch Dark Side of the Ring. New season, the first episode was a doozy. It was a 2 hour episode talking about total nonstop action. So my question to the table and everyone on the live too. What's the one thing that you learned from that episode that you were in shocked about? Like
Nothing.
you were genuinely like, but why? If it is nothing, then why?
Cause you know what it is for me. We heard a lot of the stories, and but the thing why I enjoyed it was because we got to hear from the horse's mouth. Like I think we, as especially us three, we're spoiled because we already know how the sausage is made. It pause.
Super
So
pause,
for
but
a lot,
yes.
so for a lot of stuff, like I already knew TNA was underpaying people. I already knew that they were bringing in talent, a bunch of old heads, because you guys forget that like Red was in TNA at the time. So he would tell us
Didn't
a couple
forget.
of.
Definitely remember
So
that.
he would tell us. Shout outs to Red for going to the going. I think he's going to the TNA Hall of Fame and
Yeah, he
shit.
TNA
is. He
Hall of
is.
Fame,
He
yeah,
is.
him.
So and you know what? And I these are things that we kind of knew that I kind of knew about already, and I wasn't surprised about it. I think what hurt, and we've been there before, where you're all in for something, and then the people aren't treating you right.
Mm-hmm.
That's what kind of like bothered me when you're like a company person and the company doesn't appreciate you. When Awesome Kong was like, yo, I love this. I'm trying to we trying to ride this out, make this the number one place in the world. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I felt that. I was like, yeah, we riding. And then Vixie's like, she's like, yo, I can't even make more than a McDonald's manager. Like that's
It's crazy.
crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. When and the like what a lot of people don't understand is like show business, right? Just because somebody's on TV don't mean they're making money.
Mm-hmm.
We all forget that sometimes. Like you on like when she was like saying a story about one of the two-time TNA knockout champions was like at a bar and the person's like, "Isn't that you on TV?"
At the same time, could you imagine?
It's still like that
Bruh.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's really like TNA still underpaid talent. You understand? It's just unless you're not the like, I'll give it like if you're not the top 20 people, you're not gonna get paid that like how that you're not gonna get paid to only just do wrestling. And on top of that, don't forget you don't have health insurance. And a lot of and on top of that, a lot of these TNA wrestlers are low key on welfare.
Really?
I'm
Really?
not surprised though, because like
These
No,
low
no, no. Hold
times
up,
they
hold
are,
up, hold
son.
up, hold up, hold up. You
During
can't just
that
jump over
time,
that.
during that time, they were. There was this dude. I forgot his name. He was tagging with Taz. I forgot this dude's fucking name. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. He was Taz protege. And then this what Twitter was branding. He said
You
yes,
said Taz. You said Taz
not Taz.
TMZ.
Rhino's protege. Like
Rhino's protege.
he's for the military. I forgot his name. And then he ended up getting tattooed. And after him and Shannon Brown end up being a tag team. And then he said it, yes, I finally qualified. Yes, I'm able to eat. Now I have EBT. Yes. During that time, like he was on food stamps. It's like a lot of little stories you don't hear about until like you talk to these wrestlers. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's where it becomes sad. Like, because like we talk about WWE, right?
mhm.
But main roster money for some people is life changing. Like you because yes, FCW, yes, NXT is not a lot of money, all of that. But if you get to the main roster, I think the minimum on the main roster is 300K or something like that. Maybe
Nigga,
500.
I can get 300K right now.
Is that are you a millionaire? No, but it's a quality life. It's a quality living.
You look comfortable, and
You
especially
comfortable. You comfortable.
and a lot of the wrestlers, they're smart, and they're smart in the sense, but they'll live in a in a no tax state like Florida, like
Or
they'll
Delaware.
yeah, or I think even Texas, they'll finesse, yeah, because you know what, because Rhea does live in Texas, so
Yeah, but the thing about it, like, it's life changing money. Like, and then I mean, before TKO came around, but like with Vince, if you selling merch and you got some main roster bread, that's why when people be like, I'm never going to the E. Excuse me? Especially at that time?
Hell yeah. Oh hell yeah. Oh hell yeah. Now I can understand why. But back in the day with Vince, when it was a wrestling company and not a wrestling product, yeah.
but
Bruh.
I wouldn't even say now, because I actually just read an article, but actually it was like a clip of an interview that, shout outs to Will House, formerly Royce Keys, where they asked him, like, how, tell us your current feeling of being, with WWE, and he was just like, yo, this is a dream come true. Like this, they granted there may be some people that they're just like, nah, that's not me, and that's completely okay. But there are other people where at the end of the day, that is their dream. So like, I think for people to be able to live their dream no matter where it is, I think that's an important piece to the business that sometimes gets diluted with all the other pieces in the business. Like, you have to, in order to be in this business, you have to love this business. Like, there's no way
Well,
Yeah.
that
well,
you can
that's
like it. There's no way you can part-time the shit. You have to love professional wrestling. You have to love sports entertainment. You have to love the business in order to really be in the business.
I agree.
I think the biggest takeaway was, now that what you mentioned about loving the business, was in a very indirect way, Jeff Jarrett saved professional wrestling.
He took a chance.
Well, and the reason why I say that is because, like he mentioned in the documentary, Vince monopolized the business.
Hmm.
Once he bought WCW, there was nothing else around. There was no other place you can go to work.
TNA was the original alternative.
It was 100%. It was, hey, I can get a decent. Well, for some people, get a decent contract. If you were in WWE and you got aged out or it didn't work out, you can go to TNA. Now, some people got actually good contracts, other people didn't. But there was another way to be on TV and make a name for yourself. And then a lot of times you go to TNA, you can go right back to WWE. Or you in TNA, you get noticed by WWE.
And now that value booster, because that happened. Look at Naomi, low key, when that situation went down.
Exactly. So that's the beauty about, like, that's why when I want AEW to last forever, because multiple options in professional wrestling is healthy. That is a great ecosystem for professional wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And what Jeff Jarrett did is he saved professional wrestling. When he created TNA, regardless of what you think about TNA, he saved that shit.
Yep.
But I feel like even there were some very down times in the Total Nonstop Action League, but like there were so many other highs, and I think the documentary really showcased, both professionally and personally, how the business just made people grow and learn and do different things. Like, but to be honest, my biggest thing was I did not know that Vince paid that nigga $200,000 to job. Like, I had no clue, and I was just like, whoa. But it was just like, again, you have to kind of have a business mindset to be in this business. And my man said, yeah, I'll do it, but you have to pay me.
So I asked this question: would you do it? Would you have done what Jeff Jarrett did? Both you guys.
I don't know if 200,000 enough though.
Yeah, why not? It's not like how that
Probably would, yeah.
Not like because what you don't realize, what I'm learning about Jeff Jarrett, he's a company man, and it's not like he had a terrible match. That match is still fire to this day. If you go back and watch it, the storyline, everything he did.
Was it a housekeeping match or something like that?
Yes. To this day, that match is fire. The build up, how he treated her, like it was during the time that like men did not even like women like that. They wanted women in the kitchen. The fact that he embodied what every man was feeling about Chyna low key. Like he got cheered and booed. And when he won, like he said, everybody was hyped. Yeah. And that's the thing that you can never shit on when it comes to Jeff Jarrett. When you understand why he does things, you look like it makes sense. Like, for example, they briefly said, why did he hold the title for so long? He didn't trust nobody. You feel me?
And that made that made sense. I said, oh, you know what? Because I never even really thought about it, because NWA and the title and the history and just that lineage, like I'm used to seeing long-term champions with NWA. So I never questioned like why Jeff Jarrett was champion. Like Nick Aldis was champion for mad long. I never questioned those things. But when he said that, I said, well, you know what? That makes sense, because you're gonna show up and your money, his money, he put money into the company. That's what I'm saying. When it's something that you put into and you love, you're gonna take care of it like no other. Like nobody else can take care of it the way you can.
Well, let's keep it a buck. 80% of wrestlers are slime balls. Let's all y'all both quiet. But
I would
no.
I would go 60.
Wrestlers in general. I wouldn't say 80%, but in general. I wouldn't
say 80%. That's where I'm at.
In general, where the majority is, where it would be more than 50% of professional wrestlers are selfish assholes.
I got a story about that. I remember I was at a wrestling event, right? I'm not going to say where. and then the guy changed the finish because it was his birthday.
Exactly.
It's like
These
the fuck?
niggas,
Oh, but
these
see, I
niggas.
can't really stand a nigga, and respectfully, like I'm all for somebody getting their shine and getting their shit in, but don't go into business for yourself. Don't do
This
that.
nigga said, I'm turning 25. I want a birth. This is my birthday present to myself.
Like
What?
I'm not on board with
But
that because
that's the
that's
reason why.
dangerous. Like
My
when
boo
you
is
go
back?
when you
Okay.
y'all watch AEW, that's what that sound like. Who came back?
But
That's all I watch. I don't watch
Okay,
but
WWE. That's all I
but but
watch.
so I would
but
recommend Super Side Note AAA. You're not gonna
but
regret it.
I know,
but
I
the
know, I know.
thing
I'm
is,
watching now.
the thing is from to go back to what you guys were saying. When he's like, I can't trust anybody, bruh, I understand that. My money,
Mhm.
like you said, my money's involved in everything.
I understand that in more
These
ways.
these these wrestling carny, because wrestling is carny. Everybody's selfish. Most wrestlers are selfish. The really good ones aren't selfish because they understand the bigger picture. But that's the reason why he did this, because he's like, I can't trust anybody on this stage.
Yeah, not at
Because if
all.
at the end of the day, and the thing is also, you're a startup company. So what if the person goes, you know what? I'm gonna get this title. I'm gonna make myself look good so I can get out of here and go to WWE.
Yeah. You see, yep, you couldn't trust nobody. Yep. And
So
guess
so
what?
so
Everybody who won the NWA champion during that time went to WWE.
yeah, like you know what I mean? So like I gotta trust you, because I've seen wrestlers do selfish things. I've seen promoters have to argue with wrestling. Promoters ain't great people either. This is show business. Everybody wants to be the top person. Everybody
They out
wants
for
to be.
themselves.
Everybody's out for themselves. But I will say once again, the really good wrestlers, the ones who have great careers, aren't that selfish. But then you got to think about it. Let's talk about wrestlers who have reigns of terror. I'm not going to mention any names, Triple H, but but it's a selfish business. But you also got to be able to give. It's a weird thing. So to go back to, once again, I've said this multiple times. Jeff Jarrett wasn't wrong. Jeff Jarrett had to do what he had to do. But also, let's also talk about how psycho Dixie Carter was.
Yo, this bitch here, just because you what like, and it's sad because his dad really tried to warn him and tell him, and he didn't really see it. He didn't see it the same way, and it really fractured their own relationship. And just to see that emotion in Jeff when he talked about like how his mom disowned him, how how she never wanted nothing to do with the wrestling business, to the grandmother being a part of the wrestling business, his dad, like when you are kind of born into it, it's a different type of feelings and emotions that you go through that nobody else will understand unless you go through it. And then really realizing how him and Owen are second and third generation, like they family in the business like that. I said, whoa. But back to Dixie, just yeah, no.
Hold on. You just mentioned so much right now. So the psychology behind the situation with Jeff Jarrett, he said something which was like really deep. He was like, I'm used to transactional relationships. But the interesting part about it is his wife, Karen, that was his name, Karen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Karen Jarrett, ex-wife to Kurt Angle. We're gonna get to that part too. He said something in there which was interesting, because he was like, yo, I'm used to transactional relationships. But Karen Jarrett kept saying that Jeff Jarrett was always the optimist, was optimistic about people and situations, which Dixie took advantage of. Because at the end of the day, this goes back to what we spoke about earlier, about this business being so selfish and egotistical. Dixie Carter was like, I want to be a star.
Put me on.
Because attention is like crack in the 80s.
It's so
You get
bad.
addicted. You get addicted to attention. You see people talking about you. You see people. You see yourself on video games. You get the power of like people seeing you as the. I hear your TV.
Yearly.
Oh my bad.
You get the power for that. You feel that. You feel important. Power and attention. That's what that was about. And all Jeff Jarrett wanted to do was keep his money and take care of his family.
All he wanted to do was take care of his 3 girls, and that shit with his first wife, that was sad, and I wasn't signed up for that, and it was just sad to see Rick Steiner get emotional, see Vince Russo ass get emotional. I said, "What is going on here?" I said, "What is happening?" Like
The
I've
lady
never
died from
seen that.
cancer.
No, but it was just not only just that though, but their relationship and the respect they had for Jeff's wife, like, was just beautiful. And I wasn't really,
Oh,
expecting that.
Siendo, the Chocolate Thunder.
Shout out to Siendo. She definitely, yeah, I didn't really connect the Owen and him until that scene in Dark Side. And I said, wow. And that makes 1,000 more sense,
Yeah.
him taking his past the way he did, and
I
stuff
mean,
like
yeah,
that.
like he cried after he won the IC title. He rose up and said, "Owen!"
Listen, this is rough. Death is rough. And the mere fact you don't know how to deal with your emotions because you go straight to work.
Cat
Yeah, and
suit. Nigga, what?
that's what he said. Yeah, when Jeff said, like, I never really had a moment to grieve, I said, ooh,
This
that's
goes back to Chris
tough.
Benoit.
Yo, that's tough, but that's just tough as an individual. Like, just imagine you not getting the space to just sit in your feelings.
That episode was the epitome, was the emotional strain that professional wrestlers go through because it showed, hey, regardless of how you feel, you still got to show up to work. It showed, hey, I got to be selfish because I got to keep things going.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
It showed the political side of things because at the end of the day, a lot of times in professional wrestling, you don't 100% control your destiny. So if management don't like you, they're gonna go, you know what? I'm gonna get rid of you.
Oh.
And that was like the crazy part of watching that. And as I'm watching, you're like, yo, this is so messed up. And like I started realizing Double J was genuinely a good guy.
Still is. Because I will say, Mr. Black, do you remember when we met Jeff Jarrett at WrestleCade that year?
Of course.
Do you remember my question to him?
Yes, of course.
What was my question? Let's see if
you asked him about his Reign of Terror.
Not asking about no damn Reign of Terror. I asked Jeff Jarrett. So in watching Dark Side of the Ring and understanding more on the financial side made sense to how he answered my question. So when we met him, I believe all three of us was down there at the time. So we went to WrestleCade.
We were.
I wasn't there. I was on the streets.
No, you were there, but you weren't with me and your brother.
Yeah, I was out in the streets.
So we had went over to Jeff, and Karen was sitting. They were sitting. Karen and Jeff were sitting at their table.
By the way, Karen's fine. I
Yes,
understand, Jeff. I understand, Jeff.
Kurt,
she's got good energy too.
Because she genuinely loves him. Like she genuinely,
you could tell.
Like spiritually, like just wants to make sure he's okay. And that you could tell from when we met them. You could tell that in the episode. You could tell that. So when we met him, I think we were going towards year 3 of Jobber Slam or something. We were on. We gotta
discuss that too because the people are asking me.
We'll discuss it at the end. We were on the road to Jobber Slam that year, and I just I understood him, founding a company. And I genuinely respect him in every sense of the way. So I genuinely was just like, what is like one non-negotiable, one thing that you would, what would you give advice on to someone doing their own wrestling show? And my man said, you just got to make sure you financially can do it. And that always stuck with me because I was just like, huh? Like, okay. But now looking back, it makes 1,001% more reason why he said what he said, because he lived it. He went through that experience of not being able to pay talent, not being able to that show that TNA show they did on pay-per-view, and then when that girl said, yeah, we not paying for none of that shit, like, he understood what that meant. So he was definitely saying it from a place of like, if you take nothing else, take this piece of advice from me and make sure that financially everybody gets paid. Everything else can go to shits, but financially you got to make sure you could do the show. So that always stuck with me. And the episode and understanding TNA and understanding on the financial side of things, that makes 1,001%. That makes sense.
Omega looked great, Kenny.
On the
But yeah,
TV.
you
Who's on
100%.
TV?
Yeah, it's Kenny Omega.
Oh.
But you make 100% sense, because like at the end of the day, I just put my body on the line. You can't pay me.
Yep.
I just took my photography equipment, and you can't pay me.
Yep.
So yeah, that is key. That is key. And wrestling. I remember. You remember when Donovan was trying to work with us to do a show, and you were like, "Does he not understand we're not gonna make no money?"
Because he a Harlem nigga and he don't understand that. And I
Because
really was trying to help him understand that. Like, when
because
you do this, you do it for the love. You don't do it for the money.
yeah, it's very hard to make money, because even watching the show, it took him like 6 years to turn profit, or 5 years to turn
Yeah, to
profit.
get in the green.
And
Yep.
then somebody on the show, I forgot who it was, they're like, yo, I could win $8 million tomorrow, and I still wouldn't invest in a wrestling company.
It was James Mitchell in the beginning
Yes.
of the episode. He said, yo, I could win $8 million. I would never own a professional wrestling company. And I
Yeah,
was just
because
like, I felt that.
which is why, like, as much as like Tony Khan gets a bunch of heat, bruh, he's putting money into something that where the return of profit is not that high.
Nope.
Yo, that labor of love is no joke.
Like, it's a labor of love when it comes to professional wrestling. And that whole episode was like, I hope wrestling fans get another look about the behind. I don't want them to hear about the story. I want them to understand what goes into a promotion.
Yeah, the business
Yep.
side of it. And I think, and that's what a lot of people, even as fans, like, yeah, when we all can have opinions and we all can want certain things, and that's fine. But when you've been on the other side of the coin and understand that, there are certain decisions that are made that you may not agree with, but it has to be done. Like, there's just a different level of understanding the professional wrestling business side of it that most fans won't even get to experience. So it's just, at the end of the day, you have to understand that it has to be, it's checks and balances in that sense. Like, yeah, you're not going to always get what you may want creatively or agree with something, but it's just like, until you are in that person's shoe to do and make that decision, you really can't say much. Like,
Nigga, it's the circus. We're dealing with ego. It's you're not even just dealing with animals, because animals you can control. You're
That's crazy.
dealing with egotistical men and women on every level. Everybody got feelings. It is the epitome of middle management. You are dealing with people who feel deep down inside, because you got to have confidence that I'm the best in the world. And they could be the shittiest in the world, but they're going to feel like they're the best in the world. And then you look at them and have to tell them you ain't shit.
That actually sounds like the promo that what you would call it? What's his name? Little light bright on fucking NXT did yesterday. That's exactly what that sound like.
Yeah,
I
because
forgot
there's
his
some
name.
people like you be looking at them and they be like, "Yo, oh yeah, I'm mad, nice and shit, blah blah blah." No, you suck. You suck. I need you to be honest with yourself. Look in the mirror. You look like shit. Your promos ain't shit, and you can't move in the ring. But for some reason, you think you're the next coming of Will Ospreay. Who are you, nigga?
So
Who are you? And
actually,
why do you feel this way?
is there anyone that is currently like that?
There's a bunch of niggas on the
Yeah.
NBC that think they that way.
Yeah.
This
They
shit be
do.
getting me tight. This shit be getting me so angry.
But you know what it is?
But you- and- and-
Try to respect the craft.
It be because people don't smell their own shit. And
No,
also, not
because
only
niggas
that,
be lying to these niggas.
no, I was about to say they don't have friends that have their best interests.
Listen, I know I suck at wrestling.
You don't suck.
I'm honest with myself. I can tell a good solid story, but I'm not a good wrestler. I'm not gonna go around thinking I'm the shit. And then you have, oh my God, I'm about to go. Let me get this moment. So my homeboy got a he wrestles, so he got a nutritionist and a coach to help like get his body like get really like chiseled. So the coach is from Australia. The coach said, "Yo, yeah, I've seen the American independent scene, and they don't look good, but they think they look good." And that's the problem here. These niggas, the bar be in hell in the independent scene. Straight hell. Like the devil is sitting on the bar and making barbecue glizzies.
But then again, though, son, I think that's also where you at too. Because if you look at the New York, everybody cannot focus on wrestling because they gotta work so hard. Because think about it, though, right? How many times you saw people who just got off a 12-hour shift have to wrestle right after? A lot of wrestlers and wrestling independent have poor time management. The ones hold on.
Go ahead. Let me finish. My apologies. Let me finish. Let me let you finish.
Hold on.
Finish.
And you notice the ones who have proper time management look like fucking stars. For example, Darius Carter. You feel me? Everybody look like, oh, he look like Urkel, whatever. But if you look how he routine everything, he means business because he knows who he is, and he knows where he is, and he knows what he can produce because he's good with time management. So a lot of times you forget a lot of our peers in the wrestling business is on the fucking spectrum. A lot of them. And I have that nobody ever taught them to properly manage their time because even a lot of people don't have that type of timing. They just don't.
You are very nice, my brother, but that is a fucking excuse to you giving these people a fucking excuse. They are bums. They need to do better in life if you're going to make this a career. If you out here talking about, I want to get signed one day, nigga, do better. That is a fucking excuse. Yes, you are right. You are on the spectrum. These niggas be special ed. But at the same time, we all special ed in different ways. And we make the best of it. Because if you want to do something in life, you do better. So if you out here at the show and you know you gotta be in shape to get signed, and you out here eating 4 glizzies,
that's crazy,
and sipping on a large Coca-Cola, you are doing horrible. You need to do better. That is no excuse. So get your large Coca-Cola sipping ass, stop eating that, eat some rice and some chicken, not fried chicken, grilled chicken.
Nigga said meal prep.
Meal prep your ass, go to practice. You know, I watched this Austin Theory interview. He did it with Logan Paul.
Oh, on his impulsive thing?
Yeah. You know I love me some Austin Theory.
Yeah,
this guy
I know.
was like 18, 19, going to training, and you know where the place was? In the hood, behind a strip club, where niggas had guns.
In Atlanta.
Yeah, well, niggas had guns, and that boy walked around the people with guns, walked inside of there, and trained his body, his mind, and his soul. His dad wasn't around, his mama wasn't around, and you see, he got signed. So I don't want to hear about some time management. This is all BS.
I'm not making an excuse for them, but I'm just giving you a different perspective to understanding that. All right, cool.
I understand the perspective, but these niggas need to do better. Talking about I'ma get signed, nigga, you fat.
Wow.
I'ma get signed because I'm like Keith Lee, nigga. You can't even cut a promo.
But
nigga, you
also,
look like hold on. I see you walking out of here dressed like a bum. You smell. You ain't got your clothes ain't even fucking iron. And you call yourself a star?
Who smells? Like now I feel like you're talking about somebody.
What? Janelle?
What?
Why you playing dumb for? Why you playing dumb for, bro?
Half these niggas stink.
Why you playing dumb for? Why you playing dumb for?
Stink.
You know how many times you see? I like my brother. I don't point fingers. I actually help people. You know what I have to do and tell a lot of these young men one day?
You just went around and just gave somebody deodorant under their arm?
No, I don't do that shit.
But I'm a type of person. You went around and helped them. That's what I thought.
Let me tell you the things I have done. I'm not gonna say names, nothing like that. I'm a type of person after practice. Huh?
Go ahead. After practice.
After practice, I took one of these young men to the side. Yo, bro, let me talk to you though, son. Yo, you gotta shave your armpits. What do you mean, bro? Yo, if you don't shave your armpits, it attracts all that sweat in there. You gotta shave it and make sure you clean it every single day. And you have to use deodorant. And I tell them what kind of deodorant to use. Don't use, yes, you want to use aluminum, that could work for you, but make sure that you carry it within your bag. And make sure, I ask them, do you drink water? Nah, start drinking water. Like, I'm not the type that I point fingers because I've been where they at before. So I'm the type to take them to the side. Yo, bro, let me talk to you, king. Blah, blah, blah. Hype them up, blah, blah, bro, blah, 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 blah. Because I understand yo, I'm Unc now. Big bro.
Teach one.
You feel me? One hand, wash the other. They both wash the face. I'm not above you, though. So it's funny, though. But at the end of the day, I got to work with this shit, dogs.
But also, some of them don't listen.
They don't.
Exactly. Because these niggas stink. These niggas, you tell them that they stink and they don't take care of themselves.
Well, you know, right. and that's why they still doing where they at and why they haven't grown. So there's that.
Exactly. Like, but then they over here online talking about they this and that, throwing up fours and shit, putting up hats. Nigga, you stink. You suck. These niggas suck. And this shit bothers me.
Just text it to me.
Do better. Nigga, I just want people to do better.
But see, not everybody be on that type of time. And I think that's really where it boils down to. Like,
I should have a Wawa sandwich. Fuck.
I forgot this is in Jersey. I was like, wow.
But I go to Wawa. About to walk Wawa's after, man. That's a nice walk. I like to walk.
Okay, yeah. But still be safe though. But
at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is Jeff Jarrett was right. These niggas are selfish and they stink.
But the one thing I have to say though is just like looking back on it, when he was in Champion during that run before he got fired, whatever, became an employee, he did have some fire storylines though, son. Like the about to tell you that you may hate him though, like Monty Brown. Yo, when you realize that he was going to the E eventually, why the fuck would I put a title on him?
But exactly. That's what. So I never was like, oh, that's a bad move. Like, nah, like that. You gotta. The one thing I will always respect Jeff about is being business savvy, and he said that. Vince said that to him when he took that $200,000 check, and he said, "Great doing business with you." You gotta be able to put yourself in every shoe. And that was one thing I didn't know that about Jeff was he did the concession. He was a referee. Like when as I said, you can't really, we may all have opinions, but you cannot really understand something until you put your feet into that. So when people really talk about the wrestling business, I'm just saying here like, yo, when you put a few $1,000s in some shit, then talk to me.
Well,
but hold on, Yardley. Hold on, Black. That was his flaw, though. It was his gift and his curse. because, and he talks about it in the show, Jeff Jarrett understands the business side of things, but Jeff Jarrett didn't understand the relationship side of things.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Yeah.
So when it came to dealing with Dixie, when it came to dealing, because him doing that business move led him to get fired later on.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, the Okie joke was crazy.
Because so that's the thing that he talks about. And that's what I like, the mental side of him. That's what I really enjoyed about this documentary, because it showed the father and mother wound that he was going through, the non-understanding of how relationships.
Everybody got mommy, daddy issues in wrestling. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah, because that's the reason why you want to be in your fucking panties and your drawers and half naked in front of people, because you know what, you want the fucking attention. But besides that, that's what I got from that. But speaking of that, of attention, CM Punk.
Well, first things first. Wait, you mentioned is that match happening right now?
Yes. Kenny versus MJ. Yeah.
Yeah, it's happening right as we speak.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I need y'all to tell me who's gonna win that, because I need to know that.
What's like Kenny?
Kenny looks great.
But that's what you think 1 minute, just like when we about to talk about Phillip. 1 minute you think a nigga's on top, and the next thing you know.
But just sports in general, though. You feel me? Go back to what I was saying earlier. Nobody thought the Knicks were going to win it. Nobody. Even like bum ass like Stephen A. Smith hated on the Knicks ever since day one. And now I'm a fan. Shut the fuck up. Get off our dick. Shut the fuck up, nigga. The ultimate meat rider, dog, son. Certified meat rider, B. Like meat rider. And right there and then, it's just, it is what it is.
Meat rider is crazy and it's hilarious. But
yeah.
All right.
He be riding meat.
Pause. We're gonna rewind a little bit before we get to Phil. So in WWE land, we just coming off King of the Ring, where
Trash.
I definitely hated the females Queen of the Ring tournament side to the team.
Yo, why were you champion and like the whole tournament was stupid? Who won?
I didn't understand from the beginning. I kept telling Michael that. I said, I don't understand how Liv Morgan is in this tournament. I don't understand how she's in the fucking finals. But I said, you know what? If this gets me Jade versus Charlotte, then I can kind of forgive them for this. But until I see that in writing, they still on my shit list for fucking.
Even Owie family women made no sense.
No, so and actually,
you didn't like you guys didn't like that?
No.
Surprised that he won.
I did like it. He won, right?
And
the match was mad mid, by the way. Super mid, by the way. Super mid. Super mid.
Who's that on?
No. I'm just saying that the match was super mid, because it didn't demonstrate his power at all. That's what I liked about Brock winning it when like he was king in the ring. He won that shit, but he dominated RVD. Dominated that shit. And I'm watching, I'm looking like now all of a sudden it didn't display his power. And on top of that, if you know that he was not gonna fight for the title at SummerSlam, why make him win it for? He easily could have won Royal Rumble. It's like Brock winning Money in the Bank. Why are you winning it for?
Oh no, Brock winning Money in the Bank was funny as fuck. But
no, it was, but it's just like it made no sense because you're Brock. Like
no, so I can kind of understand the whole winning King of the Ring, but then not cashing in the winnings of winning King of the Ring. I can kind of understand that, but I also.
But what's the point though? You could have given it to someone else.
But like, you know what's interesting? When it comes to Oba, I think he's going to be a very hard person to book. And everybody keeps saying, oh, it's going to be really easy, really easy, really easy, really easy.
No, because he has to, if he's going to lose, it has to, make sense, and it has to be done in a way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because
where it doesn't lessen his character, and it also can kind of help boost the other person that he's wrestling against. It's a weird dichotomy with him. I do agree with that.
Because like you just beat Brock. Like you beat Brock. We went to
the top of the mountain, and it's just like where do you go from here?
Where do you go from there? Because you don't have any, like you have big men, and everybody has said like we there's big men in there, but you don't have big men with that type of clout.
Let me
Like
tell you.
it's like this. It's like this. You date, for instance, for you, you dated an NBA player, Hall of Fame NBA player,
I say football.
football player, whatever, top of the line superstar, and then you go out and date um like the most
The
regular
mailman.
of the mailman. Nothing wrong with it.
But I'm okay with that. I'm actually the
It's
type of
okay
bitch
with
that
that,
don't
but
care.
it's the drop in like lifestyle is different. And that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
there's like a level of like it's just different. So it's really hard to book him. And that's what I've been seeing. Like everybody's like, oh yeah, let's throw the title on him, send him to the moon. That's great, but what do you do after?
But I think that was probably part of the reason why they pivoted. I mean, like I said, I'm not in the room, so I don't know. But I think that goes to the point of why they pivoted and
They had to.
instead of doing the title, because we all know had he cashed in that King of the Ring, he would have went after Roman. And that would have
Because that's the
been
only person
the
he can
most
go after.
that would have been the most difficult booking of all time. Like I
Yeah,
wouldn't
because
even know.
you can't take the title off Roman. That you can't put it on him, and then it's like, okay, who is he fighting?
But it's to build up, because listen, if they're probably gonna end up doing Roman and over at WrestleMania, because I'm just like, by next year this nigga will be world champion. Like we just not gonna play that game.
Of course. But then what? But the thing about it, oh, like I like Obafemi. He's great. He's great in the ring, but he's not a wrestling ass nigga. The one thing about Brock was a wrestling ass nigga. Like we forget that Brock is an NCAA champion,
Nah, his
bro.
rookie year was diabolical.
Like
No.
the level of wrestling is fucking insane. So
But
how do
you
you?
talking about a Brock then? That's not a Brock now.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm comparing to Brock when he went on his dominant streak, and then they had people to wrestle ass with him. We don't got that.
No, they do. They do.
Who do you think?
They
Who do you
do.
think?
I would never disrespect the roster. I'll disrespect the writing. Cause you had like you easily go he easily go against Javon Evans. You know what Brock first year was? Him fighting the Hardy Boys and whooping their asses. And then they casually build him up to do other things.
Yeah, but the
But
thing is, but what I'm trying to say is,
But see, but
you
then
said the key
when
word.
Brock did that, I feel like they always threw old niggas at that nigga. And that was always like the feat that he had to get over. The hump he had to get over was defeating all the old niggas, kind of. So with over, it would kind of, I don't want to say it would be similar to that, because like, what else? Who else could he face that's gonna help elevate him?
he could
Brock,
face anybody. But the problem is they don't elevate no one else. That's it. It's never the wrestlers. It's always the writer behind it in the company.
Say that it's always,
I give example. I give example, right? Yo, he could have went like a program with Sheamus. He could have ran a program with Rusev. He could have ran a program. You see, and that's my point.
I'm not
Once again, no. Hold on, let me finish. But let me finish. But no. I've been a Sheamus fan. I've been talking about Sheamus forever. There's not something new about it. Stop. That's what I'm saying.
He's right.
I've been loved Sheamus. He could easily win a program with Sheamus. Rusev. He can easily win a program with like how that Ciampa. He's in a program with fucking who else? With like how that Finn Balor. He can program with mad people. But the problem is they don't do proper writing. Like literally, when you watch that WWE thing, right? They literally deliberately cut it bad to make Roll Down look bad. Because how the hell you can't book certain wrestlers? It's right there and then. It's common sense. Literally. But again, they don't push certain people. That's it. He could easily have a 2-month program with him and Sheamus having bangers after bangers. Yo, Drew, let me fuck with you real quick before you go. Blah, 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 blah. They put a title on you. They fight with him real quick. He could always fight the big dogs, but they don't do it. That's it.
So the problem is two things. And I'm with my brother on this one. They're super top heavy. WWE is at an all-time, we have superstars. Not mega superstars where they're bigger than the E, but they're superstars. Exactly. But those superstars are somewhat aging out, and then you don't have a second tier of established stars.
Exactly.
That's the real problem, where there was a time in WWE when The Rock was going and Stone Cold was going, they were bringing in the next level. That's that OVW phase of people that was the second level. They're trying to do that now, and I think they realize they messed up. So that's why they're trying to push Javon Evans, Trick Williams, all these other people right now so fast. But like I keep going back to this. Obafemi took down Brock Lesnar. Where do you go from there?
Yo,
That's my biggest thing. Where do you go from there? It's like nigga, I tasted caviar. I'm eating Kobe beef.
nigga said,
Now
I'm having a porterhouse. Now I gotta go back to Philly.
I gotta go back to Costco, me?
Yeah, to Hamburger Helper. Like when
Hamburger Helper is that's laps, so don't do that.
I'll give you another example too, just to add on, right? The fact that I can list on mad Brock matches in his first year, but yet with Omi Femi on the main roster, I can't point out no main feud I could go back and watch. That's bad. That's bad because you're not creating. It is bad because one thing that Vince did, I'll give credit though. He made as if that you could go back and put it on a DVD. Everything they're doing right now, you can't put on a DVD. It's about clicks and stuff like that. You can't.
Well, because it's different. Because we all watch wrestling differently. Like we all take in wrestling and entertainment differently.
But you can still put it on DVD though. Like for example.
But also, I think we are kind of, if I'm not mistaken, he just, and it's not as an excuse in that sense, but I'm just realizing the time frame. Like the nigga just got on the main roster less than 6 months ago.
Yeah, but that's what I'm
different
saying.
Than Brock. That's what different than Brock. Same shit.
No, I'm not even talking. I'm taking Brock out of that equation, and I'm just saying in a general aspect. Because to your point of saying like he doesn't have any real moments. We just getting started. Like I don't think. I think the hard part about it, to your point, is him starting at the peak. Like when you start at the top.
Because the first time you have sex with fucking Angela White. You have sex with Willow Ryder, nigga. I have sex with a porn star. The first time I have sex was with a porn star, and she goes and she goes crazy on me, nigga. Who am I fucking after this?
I wonder if
I'm gonna have to get another porn star.
Okay,
but the thing is. Go ahead. I'm gonna say something.
This doesn't. First of all, MJF and Kenny Omega are fucking cooking right now.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, good.
They are fucking cooking a gourmet meal right now. These motherfuckers, like, we are watching peak
what time
MJF
is it?
right now. I don't know.
It's 10:15. Oh, you kicked out on 1?
So wait, the match started at what, 9:30?
Yeah, like 9:30.
Yeah.
Okay. You said it's 10:15?
Yeah.
Oh, them niggas is in overtime.
Yeah.
And they pay for this shit. They pay for this shit. But
listen,
anyways.
They love Tony. They
listen. To continue with, let's move forward to the next subject.
All right. So
let's get off
okay. So fast forward, King of the Ring, we got through that. The main event was the triple threat between Cody Rhodes, Gunther, and Sami Zayn in Saudi Arabia, where Sami Zayn did finally become undisputed WWE champion. So bravo. I'm definitely here for if we're going Gunther versus my best friend Nicholas Aldis, I'm here for all of that. And then some. Cause I was like, whoa, like not my man's Nick. That's our guy. Shout out to Nick Aldis.
But also too though, like look what he did to Gunther.
What do you mean?
Like honestly, Gunther is just like after he became Gunther just feel like he does cool shit. Gunther, he does. But I told you won. Good fucking job, Kenny. I told you you win. Good fucking job. Yeah, I told you.
Okay, good.
Yeah. It's just like.
So then I wonder what route they're gonna go with MJF for Wembley then.
Well, you go anywhere. Like, but like kind of like how that back to I was saying before, it's just like look at Gunther. Yeah, he's in hot shit, but it's just like you need the in between stuff, and then that's what I think what's
But he
missing in
never been
WWE.
good with no in between shit.
It's not that hard.
He's
Again,
weird.
again,
It's
stop shooting the
real.
Federation bill. It's for example, when he was IC champion, there's mad different meaning feuds he had.
To be completely honest, I actually want Walter back. If we're actually gonna be completely honest here, I actually would prefer Walter. I prefer this nigga to be about 50 more pounds heavier. Like I would rather
But
get
you want the man to
NXT
die
UK
early?
Walter. I never that has nothing just because you add pounds on me, you gotta die. Like I don't understand that.
What the hell? Like,
But
yo,
I
this
just
man moves better now. He looks better. He looks healthier. He's smiling more. His skin is glowing. I never seen that man smile like that. He was Walter. This man looks so like
oh,
damn. This
that's
man looks
not
happy. This man
true.
looks Aki. He looks so happy, son. Nah, man. Nah,
That first of
man.
all, that nigga's not Aki. Second of all, he listen. Is I'm just saying as a preferred because I'm not interested to be completely honest in what Gunther got going on. To be completely honest, and
You
but I
proved
think
my point.
but I also think it was exhausting to have him and Cody for all the
Hey,
time.
you want to have diabetes?
I never said sugar.
That's what happened when you get too big, you get diabetes. What the hell? Shit, I should know that.
Do you have diabetes?
I used to at one point. I had diabetes, high blood pressure. Shit, 10 years ago. Hell no. I take the insulin shot and the pills. The hell?
Glad you don't
Hell
have to do
no.
that no more. But yeah, so fast forward, so Sami Zayn was started off Friday, SmackDown as WWE Universal Champion, and they had a number one contenders match against Jey Uso versus Cody Rhodes. Of course, Cody won. So then we fast forward to Monday night in Chicago, of all places, where they did a whole story backstage in the beginning with Cody Rhodes now being medically not being able to be medically cleared. So then, once again, my best friend Nick Aldis came to the rescue, was like, yo, I got you, don't worry, I run the show, you don't. And of course, it was good old Phil Brooks in the building. So now if you want to talk about Aki, that nigga, he definitely put on some muscle on that. But
But he
yeah,
straight as
so
those, right?
by let's say about 20 minutes later, there was a new undisputed WWE champion. And Sami Zayn really cut. Like I feel like the promo of his life after he lost that belt. I will say
Facts.
that. But as people maybe feel one way, feel not. I love the fact that everybody's talking about it. I love the fact that niggas is really giving sympathy to Sami Zayn, and I feel like that is a lost art in wrestling when you can get fans that did not fuck with you, didn't care what happened, to now be tuned in and being like, whoa, like justice for Sammy. Like when Michael Ass was like, yo, I'm not a Sami Zayn fan, but this is a little fucked up. But I'm just like, yes, that's what it's supposed to make you feel.
Part timers. Fucking CM Punk was like, I'm not a part timer, but then
He's
comes
not
back as
though.
part
Yo,
time.
my nigga went from when he came back at Survivor Series and went straight through. That nigga ain't have no time off. Don't do that.
We
Y'all doing
don't
too
have.
much.
We just spoke about this. Wrestlers don't get time off. They work around the clock.
But WWE's trying to give talent
He
time off
ran away
now.
from the grind. He ran away from the grind.
Let's not talk about running away from grinds. But
The Rock
so
wouldn't do that.
what? Dwayne, don't do that. Even though I definitely want to go see Moana. Though you want to go see Moana?
It's not doing good in movie theaters. I feel bad for
It
him.
doesn't matter. Listen, you want to go see Moana. I don't care if it's doing good. I don't. Niggas said Supergirl wasn't good. Me and Michael was just talking about that. I was like, yo, when that shit hit on the app, I'm gonna watch it because
I'm definitely gonna watch it when I get on the app. I just don't think it was good. The preview sucked.
Oh. But all right, so
Well, like how it's basically say, you know what it is though, son. Real talk though, son. I hate live action. Just leave it as it is. I'm sorry. Like,
so you're not excited about Street Fighter?
no, this shit looks dumb. Like this shit, no,
Really?
no. Because you know what it is though, son. And I'll be transparent. And everybody I agree who could talk to you and talk to me and agree. After 2019, movies have been a real super hit and miss. They don't make movies how they used to. So that's why I'm really selective with the money I
But you
actually pay
want to
for
know why,
movies.
low key too? Why a big part of that is?
Why?
It's because the average person doesn't go to the movies anymore because of COVID.
But again,
The
make me
movie
want to go
theater,
to movies.
the
That's not
movie
true
theater
though, because like how
business.
that it
Oh
shot
no, it's
up.
absolutely true. The movie theater business shifted and how and movies shifted a lot because people are not go. People are not. When's the last time you went to the movie theater?
I went to the movie theater when I saw Go. You
Movies
see?
when?
You
I go
see
to movie
that
theaters all the time.
that
No,
was
I do
like
too. I listen. I love going by myself. I
I
go
go
all
to
the
movies all the
time.
time too, but like there's nothing that made me want to go to movies.
But not
I go
everybody
to the
is
movies
like
at
that.
least twice a month.
Like for example, I'm gonna see Spider-Man in the movies, but they don't have movies to entice me. Or like kind of they have a bunch of remakes or sequels. I don't want to see it.
Well,
I'm sorry.
no,
Like
well, the thing is, they don't promote like they used to. So you kind of got to go looking for movies to watch. Like I saw the Hugh Jackman new movie, his Sheep Detective. That was really really good.
Oh, and he was a sheep. Yeah, yeah.
So I don't like you have to go kind of like go looking for
But
movies.
also, your take like you could just be looking for different things in movies that may not like every your preferences change your how you see things how your purchasing power changes as the older you get and things change like all of it plays a part like you'll rather sit at home and watch TV now versus go to a movie.
nah, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true.
Maybe
I
not
like how the
maybe not you per se, but I'm saying the majority of people
and
would
you forget
prefer
and you forget how expensive things are
to
for everybody.
Netflix and chill. But that's what I'm saying. Because of people's spending habits and their spending power has changed, their priorities in terms of spending extra to go do something like a movie at a movie theater is different. That's what I'm saying. We're saying the same thing. Cause I'm not gonna hold you. I kind of low key definitely want to go see fucking what's that Odyssey. I gotta see that because
Yeah,
that
that shit
definitely
looks
look good.
crazy.
That
And
shit
and
look
and,
good.
and I kind of like I don't listen to people when they say, "Oh, this movie didn't do well." I don't give a fuck. Like it's all about
Yeah,
how I'm
I
spending my money. I don't give a fuck.
listen.
I don't. I don't give a
Niggas
fuck.
talk wild shit about your boy Dwayne's was that Black Adam, and I actually thoroughly enjoyed that shit.
I didn't like it. It was
And I
trash.
saw it and I saw it in the movies. Like I thought I had a time. So that's what I say. Everybody's choice and things is different. But back to real quick. So where do you see things now shaping up for SummerSlam with SummerSlam about 3 weeks away? And then we'll dip into what you guys witnessed on AEW, and then we'll wrap up.
Um, again, it still feel like a wrestling product. It doesn't feel like a wrestling show because I know it'll be 500 different commercials. It's just like I feel bad because you're robbing the people. Like you're definitely robbing the people. SummerSlam 2 nights? No. SummerSlam, like it was greed. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not excited for this. I'm just not. Maybe like had even for the Omi Femi and like the Hell in Cell match with him. It's like I'm excited for that. But then again, it's just like you might put it on free. I'm like, you might put it on ESPN. Like as a consumer,
I mean, that should be the first to be completely like on some no bullshit. The Hell in a Cell should absolutely open night one of SummerSlam. Like
but
absolutely.
but again, if you pay $30, but yeah, you don't get the you don't get it on the $30 product, you get it for free. That's kind of fucked up. And like I don't know,
But they
like,
used to do it back in the day with the free for all. Remember, right before the pay per view come on.
but that's different though. Like you think that
That's
Vince will put
not
Stone
different.
Cold? You think Vince will put Stone Cold versus The Rock on free?
But it's not
No,
even so much
before
the
pay per
wrestling.
view.
Like he put Austin in a promo on the steps talking to Mick Foley on free for all, and niggas is like, "Yo, I need to buy this pay per view."
You missing my
Like,
point, you know. You
what
missing
is
my
you?
point.
No,
You're missing my point.
you're
Like
missing mine.
like
Like,
how that like how that like how that people are spending $30 on this, right? You already get more commercials than wrestling. And on top of that there's no point watching anything else because I could just watch it for free on ESPN, the match I want to see. Like a lot of these matches don't make me want to go out and do this shit. It don't. The storylines I do. It's just like, yeah, like how that, for example, side note. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. You make Danhausen the face of your fucking company. That's bad. That's
Wait,
fucking bad, son.
what are you saying? What?
Danhausen is your face of
What?
your company now.
Dan
That's terrible.
Housen.
Wait, why
Whatever.
would you? Wait, why would you shit on
Danhausen,
Danhausen
whatever.
though? What Danhausen do
Be-
to you?
because it just shows you that the lack of people that they're actually promoting. I'm sorry. If I
No,
was a
I
new
don't agree
fan,
with
come
that.
back from years, and after
I
how
don't
that
agree with that.
they put more effort.
Because they're not.
Hold on,
Because
hold
his
on.
demographic and who's buying for him is not gonna be no 40-year-old nigga that's trying to double back from the Attitude Era. It's that's not for him.
But let me finish. You literally put more investment. I could tell they can invest into people because they invest so much into him. And it shows you that how they can actually do it, but they refuse to do that shit.
So
Simple. Simple.
I'm gonna
Simple. Now, I get it. Like I see why he's good for the company. But I'm sorry. If you try to make it more serious and he's the face, this thing is a clown. That's he's a clown. He's a joke. And after he's not funny, and he's not, son. He's not. What the fuck? Like he's not. And I'm sorry. Like I be watching this shit. I'm looking like, yo, this is a clown shit. He's the face of your company, son. But yet, how that people who actually really busting their ass though, making more serious though, son. You don't promote them, really, son.
No, I get what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, but Danhausen is an anomaly, and I don't think you fully understand how much of an anomaly that he is. So, when he was in AEW, he was in AEW for 5 years, right?
I don't know.
So let's say he was in AEW for 5 years. The first 2 years he was on relatively on TV. The last 3 years he wasn't on TV.
Well, first of all, let's even start from hold on. He got hired being injured. So let's start.
Yeah. But let me get to what I'm trying to say. He was still one of the top 3 in merch sales in the company when he wasn't even on TV. The level of merch that this guy sells is unbelievable. When I went to WrestleMania in Vegas, I saw so many kids with their face painted like Danhausen. When every show that I go to, I see kids and some adults with their face painted. There's a level, like I get what you're saying, but some people do not fit in the box. And he's one of them. Where you can, whatever your thought process of how wrestling should be, he blows that out the water because he has the it factor. And that it factor leads to a ton of money. Even when he was on the indies, it was the same way. This motherfucker was all over ESPN, and for some reason, they were loving him. The Knicks were loving him. He was all over. He just has the it factor. So the thing about it, what you're saying right now, AEW fumbled him.
Heavy.
No, they didn't. It's just like how that certain styles. No. I gotta stop you there. Certain people just don't fit certain systems, and that's okay.
He didn't fit their system and still was the top 3 in merch. He was selling. It was 1 year he was selling more than CM Punk.
I'm not jacking that he couldn't fit in their system though, because it's basically an elevated indie shit. So I'm just
because like for me, look, I'm never saying that I understand what he does, but for me, it just shows you that how that you could do this for this clown, you can do it for anyone else. Like literally, though, son, they make segments.
Not everybody else can. Not everybody else can be relatable to the fan that is watching.
What's so hard about making LA Knight relatable to the fan? He did it himself by talking. What's so hard about making like someone like for example, I go back to that. What they say that they can't find nothing for R-Truth. How you even nothing for R-Truth though? R-Truth is a better version of him. He could wrestle, he's more entertaining and stuff like that. This man carried the whole 24th division on his fucking back like a horse.
But they're two different characters.
But like that's my thing. My thing is this way though, son, is the fact that it was so quick to clarify R-Truth, not necessarily for the company as the clown, but yeah, he does way more. I'm sorry though, son. Like the fact that he's had longevity for the way he does in different eras and still get over, that shows you how that this man's a fucking star. The same like effort they could put in this man, they could put in him. And that's the thing, and that's the thing I'm trying to get with people. People don't seem to see it for that way. Or to see that, oh, you make money, da 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 da. Yo, fuck the money at this point. Listen to what I'm saying though. The same exact effort they put in this man, they put in everyone else throughout the whole roster. Why the hell they can't have a scene with like Kamala Hayes over here going to the arena, driving stuff like that, having a thoughtful conversation? Yo, what am I doing with my career? They can't just do that. Or like what's so hard about how saying, you know what though, son? I see that the Miz is good with the stars and shit like that. So let me put him in this position and stuff like that. What's hard about that? And that's my thing though. I get it. Everybody's on a dick or whatever that is out there. I get that shit. I 100% get it. But my thing is this way. The same exact effort you can put into him, you can put into everyone else. What's so hard about saying that? You know, Obi, you don't have to win King of the Ring, dogs. You can do something else to lead you to Brock Lesnar. Storytelling. It's a joke. And that's why I keep on saying that. But yeah, everybody go back to, well, he's so much. I don't give a fuck. Am I entertained by the storyline? Can I make it into DVD after this?
But the thing is, that's for you. There's a ton of other people that enjoy him. It's not for everybody. Like, everybody's not going to be for everybody. And at the same time, you're right. They're not the thing about they really aren't putting in.
And that's my issue, though.
No,
that's what I keep saying.
Hold on. Let me get this point across. They're not putting energy into him. They caught lightning in a bottle with him. They lucked out. This was a pre-made brand that they got. They lucked out on Danhausen. They're not putting energy into him. They just throw him into random segments, and these motherfuckers is getting paid off of him. Because at the same time, you're giving the WWE way too much credit for what Danhausen already did.
He still got to get permission to do it. He got to get let to do it. And that's the thing you're not understanding. A lot of people don't understand what I'm hearing. The same exact leeway you gave to this man, you give it to someone else that know what they're doing.
They're not giving him leeway. They're literally just putting him into random segments. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They're not putting energy in it. They're not putting money behind them.
Yes, they are. TV costs money. That 15 minutes, 5 minutes, his matches, his pyro, he giving out t-shirts, costs money. This shit's not cheap.
Selling, so they're making the money back.
But they're still selling money.
You're not.
They still have to do that.
They never put energy into it. They're not putting anything behind them. He's a pre-made brand. They literally it's just like they coming in there, turning the key. He's already cooking.
You're not seeing the points. My thing is this:
you're
for 10 minutes,
somebody else behind. They're not putting anything behind him.
Okay. So he's saying this. You know what? You're not getting it. You're not understanding what I'm saying.
WWE too much credit. You're acting like WWE made him a star when they didn't make him a star. He was already a star. He was a merchandise monster. He was charismatic. He was been doing this shit in the indies. I've seen the nigga. He came to fucking Hog with a separate suitcase, and he had a chick handling his money. How many niggas we go back to it who think they're motherfucking stars, but they're not? There's some bum ass niggas that think they're stars. When legit Danhausen was a star, making bread off the indies.
But the thing is, I'm still understanding that. It all goes back to why I say this way. The same exact time you can find spot for him, you can find spot for other people and put them in winning positions. And that's the point. You're not hearing me. Like, all you keep on saying that he's a pre-made brand. I'm not denying that. And like, you're not hearing me because like, you want to hear it one way. And that's the issue. Let me re-explain to myself. I'm really going to dumb this shit down. Yo, I'm not denying what he brings to the table. I never said that. So I'm going to be very clear about this. He brings certain things to the table. I get that. The same exact thing. Hey, here's a segment, Danhausen. Do what you got to do. You can do that with someone else. You can do that with someone else you try to bring up. Why is Javon Evans on commercial breaks? Why he's not on the show, though? Why not do certain things? You forgot that part, right? You forgot that, right? You put this man on commercials. I don't do shit for this man. Why you not on the show? The most entertaining person of Javon Evans. You try to put this whole youth movement, but you're not putting him on the show. Oh, well, even with the New Day when I was there. Commercials? Really? Or like how that someone will come in there, they have a match, you don't hear from him for weeks. Really? Dominic, Triple A champion. He may defend it though, but again, what was him talking about, his legacy being Triple A champion, how I love it, how I could go down there. What's so hard about that? And all you keep on saying, they have Supreme Impact. I don't give a fuck about that. Listen to the words I'm saying. And everybody keep defending it. You know what? Y'all not meant to understand it.
How you gonna tell me what I'm meant to understand? Because I don't think you understand that we get what you're
No.
saying. No. Don't do
It's
that.
cool.
Don't do that.
It's
Don't
cool.
do that. But don't do that though, because at the end of the day, you have valid points. No one is denying that. No one is saying like, "Oh, you're totally wrong." No, there's two people can be right about the same thing. So at the end of the day, to your point, yes, TV time could be given to other people with to have another opportunity. I understand that, and I agree to a certain extent. But you also can't then shit on the fact that somebody that came had a shit debut, not to his fault at all, came into the situation, and the way that the crowd has received him, they'll give him that. Like it's not just it's a give and take situation. Like yo, when we was in Vegas, we went to that Raw for Ebony, and y'all both know Ebony. For Ebony to be like, yo, I'm locked in on Danhausen. I even looked at her like, wait, what? Like you like Danhausen? So it's not gonna be for everybody. It's not gonna be everybody's taste, and that's fine. But to your point, I will also agree to saying that there are other people that can have that may deserve an opportunity for more TV time.
That's it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
But that I'm repeating what you're saying to so that you understand that I understand what you're saying. But I also just want to reiterate that it's not to take away from what Danhausen has brought to the table. And to your brother's point, WWE caught that on a whim, but it's the same whim that had it been cultivated and done in a certain way that it would have benefited AEW a little bit better. And I absolutely agree that he definitely is top 3 fumble for them, because he could have still everything he's doing now he could have did with them. He could have did it. But again, the different demographic, like people receiving certain things are going to be different, and that's okay. You like what you like you just sat there and was like, yo, I just watched AEW. That's fine. I'm not going to say don't do that. I'm not going to say none of that. That is perfectly fine. That's why when you said that, it was the first thing I said, nah, watch AAA, bro. I didn't even say WWE.
That's all my point is. Just like I was saying that how that y'all bringing all these extra evidence to the table. I'm looking like I don't give a fuck about this. I start off this argument saying that I understand what you bring to the table. I said all of that. So go back to like, yo, bro, address what I just said. Everything else, I don't give a fuck. Address this.
But it's not fair when you tell somebody, yo, just focus on what the fuck I'm saying and fuck how you feel.
Because I already said I gave him the credit.
Crazy.
I gave him the credits. I gave him credit getting the senses. But you're attacking something that I already gave him creed to. Instead of attacking my points. My point was this. And at the end of the day, y'all said, dang, he is right though. But there's no but. And now, if you came with a counter argument, now I see your point, but look at it from this point of view, blah, blah, blah. If you had said this, yo, give me a person to put in that position, right? And let's say I said Javon Evans. You could have easily said, Javon Evans not getting the mic, blah, 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 but it's out of third. That would have been a proper argument.
But if you already know that, why would I need to say that?
No, but
if you think for a second that there aren't things, and like I said, we all love Javon, we all want Javon to succeed. But he is still very young and
that's
still
just
learning.
An example. That's just the example I'm giving.
I'm giving you the example you're giving. I'm giving a possible think of it where they're preparing him to give him opportunities to put him in the forefront. Like he's still learning. And I think we all forget that still wrestling, whether you did it for 10 years, 20 years, you still learning the business. You still learning.
You put him on a commercial break. You put a lot of these guys that even guys who could talk on a commercial break, but the same exact guy that you don't put no Danhausen in no fucking commercial break. You don't.
Yo, there was plenty of times where that nigga would come out and that was during commercial. So we're not gonna do that either. Like
You
And
had a
I only
whole
and I only know that because I was physically at the arena, and when niggas was like, "We didn't see Danhausen," I was like, "Oh, okay, I saw him." So it happens. It's just what it is. But
yo,
all right,
this man had a non-Knicks fan believing that the Knicks had a curse on them. I was like, shut the fuck up. We never said that as Knicks fan. I never heard that we have a curse on them. We just said that we had poor management. And it's true. We had poor management throughout the years. Never no damn curse. Like, I was like,
you
I was
listen. You just don't like Danhausen, and that is okay. And we
no,
can move
because like
on.
how that he come
And
with
we
his
can
damn
move
situation.
on.
Oh,
Cause
I'm taking off the curse off the Knicks. Shut the fuck up,
but
nigga.
that was the whole story. It's not for you. Like whatever. I don't even care. Real quick, you mentioned that Kenny Omega won the AEW World Title because it was a stupid ass stipulation. If he didn't win, he couldn't challenge for the title again. So I am glad that Kenny won. With Kenny winning, it looks like they're going to end up doing Kenny Omega versus Will
Yeah.
Ospreay at Wembley Stadium in August, which is an interesting, interesting way to go. What else happened on Dynamite since y'all niggas was watching it?
Ciampa beat Chris Jericho in a good match.
Okay.
What's wrong?
No, you said in a good match. I didn't see it yet, so I don't
It was a
know
good
what's
match.
wrong.
What else? A what's name champion, Kyle Fletcher. He beat that other Asian who forgot his name. Katechka. He beat her. Willow, she won the tournament. I mean, like she won the match, but she's gonna face what's name at All
Oh,
In.
Willow came back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now that's a plus. Shout out to Willow, because I definitely was like, "Girl, you injured?" No. Wait, so she's
Yeah.
facing the Asian girl. What's her name? Kushida.
No. Machida been lost the title.
To who?
Tekla.
No, I'm not talking about the world title. I'm talking about that TBS title.
It's
That's
not for the
what
world
Willow.
title.
That's what Willow's going for.
No, she's going for the world championship.
For the world championship, the women's
She's
championship.
facing Tekla at that pay-per-view in Montreal.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Now I was just like, what match are y'all talking about? Okay, cool. Oh, my girl getting the title shot. Good for her. Oh, fuck though, but she not gonna win because they got the girl and Sasha ass Banks. Fuck.
She might win. You never know. He might switch it up.
Yeah, no, they not notorious for switching things up. So no, I won't put money on that. What else happened on Dynamite? Well, that was just about it.
Pretty much I say, yo.
Okay.
Yeah, it was nothing phenomenal. Oh fuck.
Now this nigga playing the games. All right. So what do we have coming up? Any shows in the area that are coming up? You guys want to shout out real quick? Yes, next weekend, next Saturday. Shout out to Oni King. Shout out to the whole team at Shadow. They're doing their show in honor of our dear good friend Vince Steele. So we got Oni King. We are sponsoring Oni King, so shout out to him. I know he was down in NOLA with Fourth Road this past weekend turning up. So I'm happy to see him doing what he does best.
Also, later this month, the produce show in Quebec. That's gonna be
my man getting them stamps. So yeah, so we got Shadow next weekend. I believe the weekend, well, no, the weekend after SummerSlam is HOG. Here in New York.
High intensity.
High intensity, the anniversary show. So really excited to see the fallout between Midas and between the main event. um, amongst other things. I do believe Battle Club is having a Woman Crush Wednesday show in August.
Yeah.
You can look up Battle Club's Instagram for that information because I do believe that is happening. But okay, last but not least, the biggest elephant in the room, Jobber Slam. So I know everybody's been asking here and there. I've gotten people to ask me. I know you guys have probably gotten people to ask you.
Nobody asked me.
Ain't nobody asked you?
Nobody asked me.
Oh my God. They don't love you. I love you, but they don't love you. But
niggas don't love him. Like niggas 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 dick, man. They be riding that nigga. So every time he comes around.
pause.
Niggas don't like you. Shut the fuck with that dumb shit, nigga. Niggas
But
love
you
you out
say
here,
first of
man.
all, but
You don't like yourself,
you
nigga.
say the same. You say the same thing. So I don't
Oh
even
no no no
know.
no 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 no. What I mean that how that niggas don't like me, they actually show it. But you know what? Because like to y'all be oblivious to the shit. Because like they be doing this shit right in front of y'all. Y'all be oblivious to this shit. That's a whole nother argument for another day. But
I
but
get what you listen.
but
If they don't,
but
okay.
but my people love me. And the people that had that who do show me love, they're my people.
That's what
So
matters. But in terms of Jabba Sam, just the gist of it, from my point of view, from me myself, I'm only speaking on behalf of Janelle. Um, we just needed a break. We needed to take a breather, take a step back. A lot personally and professionally has transpired over the last year for all of us, whether it's new jobs, new apartments, all life has been lifing. So we wanted to take a step back. We really wanted to focus and get back on the podcast train and put our energy into that. But it is not to say that next year may may make a return. But we do appreciate all the love and support over the last five Jabba Slams, from the beginning to the end. There's no animosity, there's no anger, there's no nothing, like just life been life in. But not to say that next year, we may, rev it up again. But do you guys have any comments, thoughts on us not doing Jabba Sam this year?
Said it all already. Nothing more to say.
Well, okay. But yes, but we once again we appreciate all the love, all the support. Please continue to support independent wrestling, whether it's Battle Club, whether it's HOG, whether it's Shadow, whether it's Ashe, whether it's any fight, whatever.
oh
Support
yeah, I
independent
forgot rep this
wrestling.
weekend too. Yeah. I fight all Black Everything show. Shout out to Brother Greatness, Stan Michael. That was a very good match. Shout out the whole card,
Shout out
prolific.
to Stan the
I
Man.
forgot
That's
that I
my
was there this
guy.
weekend. Like, yo, like I be doing so much these indie events on the low. I don't be telling niggas. I just be doing it.
So please just continue. So tell people, and like I said, we're getting back on the podcast train. So we will try to commit to 2 times a month to start, just because once again, life is still life in. But we appreciate all the love and support.
I need a
Everyone that has
lamp.
participated in any of the Jabba Sam shows, we love you
Yo, I gotta
guys.
buy the lamp tomorrow. I'm gonna do that
Please
before.
listen. Those are in the comments. Please send Mr. Black an Amazon lamp so he can stop at saying I need a lamp. Please and thank you. His
I
birthday
do.
his birthday just passed. Happy belated to Mr. Black. His birthday
Oh,
did
thank you.
really just pass. So that's
It
that.
did
But
last week. Yeah, it was last week.
yeah, it
Yeah,
was
that's
like your
fucking
birthday
crazy.
literally just passed the other day. So
It's crazy though, son.
happy belated to you. We thank you guys for joining us on this restart of the podcast episode of the Jabba Tears podcast. Any last words, guys, before we sign off?
What I was about to say. Check out Mr. Wilkins' interview with Kevin Knight. It's right now. It's live right now on the YouTube. You definitely want to see us with the clips and everything like that. Shout out to Kevin looking handsome. Shout out to my brother looking average as always. I gotta hate on him real quick. Shout out my show, the Sped Ed Class, with me and Coffee, Weebston, and Andre, the plug. I like that. Check it out. Episode Act 19 is available. I will get back into that. Please, everybody then. And it's in the works. Coffee Wheatston couch special is definitely in the works. It's a couch special I'm definitely working on personally to show his comedy chops. So once again, the Short Buzz Productions is right back as always will be if we make it every stop. So once again, Mr. Black is back in the lab. You feel me though? He shall be cooking something great though, son. Yeah. And please look out for all my endeavors in the future. Shout out to like the Black Attack crew who've been supporting me since day one.
Right.
Everybody who saw me in person, showed me the love and shit like that. I appreciate y'all forever and ever and ever and ever and ever.
Well, who can follow up from that? So, as always, I'm Janova Major here with Sir Wickus and Mr. Black. Hashtag Black Excellence. Hashtag we are out.
Yep. Peace.